Right here we're making things happening, shaping the future. It starts today, yeah, it starts with me. Swap with my walking it, me no believe in luck and talking it. Right here we're making things happening.
Hello everyone. I've actually been debating for a year now, and within my course of debating I have invited people to join the debating society. A lot of people give excuses as to why they cannot become debaters. Some say that I am not comfortable enough to speak in front of people. Others say that I do not have the capacity to engage a wide variety of debating topics. Some people may give you the excuse of not being outspoken people, so regardless of whether they talk or not, it actually makes no difference at all. But I want you to understand that the excuses that people provide for refusing to engage in debating usually arises from their misconception of what debating is actually supposed to do for them. You see, it is not a prerequisite for you to be an extraordinary speaker or for you to be a highly intelligent person to become a debater. It is not like rocket science. You get? It's something that requires training. It is a skill that everyone can actually develop. Well, today, within the course of my speech, I will be mentioning two amongst the numerous benefits of debating that I will use to try to persuade you to engage in debating. But it is important to understand that the benefits that I'll be speaking on debating are things you can possibly learn doing other activities. But debating provides you with a unique platform, a more interesting to be able to learn those things that I'll be speaking on. Firstly, debating helps you to become a better speaker, a more skilled speaker. And secondly, debating provides you with an opportunity to learn things that you wouldn't have ordinarily gotten the chance to learn in the class. Now, coming to the first point, how debating helps you to become a better speaker. I would like to first ask the question, who amongst you find it very difficult to speak in the... Just signify, raise your hands. Who amongst you usually are very frightened, like lack confidence to speak? Okay. A lot of you have your hands down. Even our chancellor that spoke to, he's up. I'm sure all of you do not want to portray your lack of confidence to the public, but I understand. Speaking is something that is very, very difficult. Debating is something that improves your self-confidence. You see, unfortunately today, a lot of the students we have are suffering from glossophobia, that is speech anxiety. They find it very difficult to speak in front of people and find it very, very difficult to express their ideas to the public. There are two categories of students, by the way. The first category are those that have agreed that public speaking is something that they have to embrace and have tried to eradicate their lack of self-confidence. They have tried over and over again and at some point have lost focus and now are even believing that maybe public speaking is something that is embedded in your DNA and it's either you have it or not, and if you don't have it, there is no way you can learn it, but you can actually learn it. The second category of students are those who do not think it is necessary to learn how to speak in public. Today, I am telling you it is, because I have a question. As students, you are learners, you are embodiments of ideas, of creativity. So my question to you is, who is in the best position to convey your ideas or your creativity to the world? And secondly, what better means is there for you to convey such idea or convey such creativity to the world if not through speaking? Some people may say, well, I will just put up short Snapchat or WhatsApp and it's going to do. But no, the reality is if you want to provide credibility For whatever it is that you stand for, or for whatever it is that you support, you need to provide presentations like public speaking in a way that you give people the opportunity to be able to ask you questions which show that you actually believe completely in whatever it is that you stand for. So providing short clips on Snapchat will actually not cut it or do the job. So debating is so important in enhancing your speaking skills because it doesn't only teach you how to support something that you believe in, but it also gives you the opportunity to learn how to defend those ideas when you have the opportunity to do so. Because through debating, for example, when you are debating, some people can interrupt sometimes to ask you POIs in the British parliamentary debate. Your ability to think on your feet is something that is very necessary in defending whatever ideas it is that you are going to put forward to the world to believe in. Now, coming to the second point, which I think is one of the most important benefits of all. Debating provides you with the opportunity to learn things that you wouldn't ordinarily be able to learn in the classroom. Schooling today, say for example, you have gone through your primary school and your secondary school and stuff like that. You've learned things that cut across various fields like social studies, civic, sciences, and stuff like that. But the problem is that at that point, most students are usually blinded by the motivation of well academically, simply to please their parents. They don't give what they are being taught a second thought. For example, say they have thought about the human rights or thought about the constitution or governance. People don't really think twice about all these things. So the problem is to the point where they do not give these type of things a second thought. It means that they don't give those things they know the opportunity to have an impact upon their person or their personality or the way they look at the world. Now, coming to the university level too, the majority of what you learn are things that are directly related to your field of study. Say, for example, you're an engineering student, most of what you do is usually related to calculations, and if you're an accounting student, it's usually directed to your course of study completely. Now, except you're a voracious reader, most of what you learn in the classroom, it doesn't give you the knowledge you actually require to make sense of the world and to be able to understand a lot of controversial issues around you. But debating, on the other hand, it provides you with knowledge across several fields that you can use to understand how the world works and how you can actually impact the world positively. Say, for example, to be an engineering student, but through debating, I've been able to learn things across the field of law, the field of governance, the field of philosophy, and things like this. Because one of the worst nightmares that can happen to a debater is going into a debating room where you will be given a topic to debate on that you have absolutely no knowledge about. So it forces you to study. It forces you to learn things that don't directly relate to your field. Like you learn things like the game theory. The game theory in relation to the minority groups is a theory that explains to you the consequences that a man that is facing oppression, say because of his race, and deciding to change his skin color for acceptance in the society. The game theory will help you to understand the implications of that one person's decision to the vast majority of people that are suffering from such oppression and do not have the ability to escape it in that same manner. You learn things like the social contract theory, a theory that helps you to understand the justification of why the government has the right to make certain decisions in the society. You learn more about your rights as an individual that improves your level of understanding of your rights as a citizen and your obligations to the society. So debating gives you all these type of knowledge that is responsible for providing you with social, economic, and political enlightenment. Because the world as it is already filled with people that are going to school. What we require in order to shape the future is a change in paradigm, a change in the way we think, a change in the way we look at things, and this is something that debating can actually do for you. When you engage in researching, for example, especially in a lot of controversial issues, you see, recently I came across a lady who said she is a feminist. And she also encourages men to be chivalrous towards her. Like she's always expecting a man to make her feel like she's a lady, she's weak, stuff like that. These are against the principles of feminism. But the reason is because she is so ignorant and she has fallen among the category of people that do not research, that do not think, and do not even know the reason why they actually believe in the things they believe in. Debating provides you with the opportunity to learn things like this and to be able to think about them critically in a way that you have plausible reasons for whatever it is that you stand for. It is okay to be a feminist. It is also okay to refuse to accept feminism. But what is more important is you have to understand and you have to be able to provide plausible reasons for whatever side that you believe. The future can never be shaped by a group of people that are ignorant, so ignorant that they don't even understand the reason why they believe in certain things or don't. Debating provides you with the opportunity to learn so much and to be able to speak for whatever it is that you believe in and to be able to defend whatever it is that you believe in that can be responsible for shaping the future. Now, to wrap my talk all up, we have had people that have made radical change in the society. When we're talking about people like Nelson Mandela, we're talking about people like Martin Luther King Jr. These are people that were not necessarily debaters, but they had to speak up for whatever it is they believed in, and had to convince the society to put them up as of necessity to bring about those changes. If they didn't speak up, if they didn't have the knowledge to back whatever claims that they had, those radical changes wouldn't have occurred all in the society, you get? But if you are a debater, firstly, it motivates you by providing you with the confidence necessary to speak on whatever it is that you believe in. And secondly, it teaches you how to think critically. That makes you more objective. Problems that we have in this part of the world, for example, people desiring to vote along ethnic lines and people just willing to do whatever it is that they like without thinking so deeply about it. These kind of problems will be completely eradicated with debating, and this is how debating can help us to completely change the future by being able to have a paradigm shift that will change the way we think and change the way we view the world, and having a future that is worth looking out for. Thank you very much.